Tuesday, everybody. A lot of stuff to get to. It's interesting talking to Chris about, I think a lot of people expected something different with the Epstein stuff. I didn't expect much. And so, people are like, are you disappointed? I'm like, no, I didn't expect a lot. I think the thing that, in my mind, that has always happened is we knew so much of what was going on and we were okay with it. We knew a lot that was happening and that they were young and we were okay with it as the ends justify the means. If we could catch powerful people along with our allies doing things that are awful because they like young girls under the age of 18, then, the ends justify the means. And I think that's a lot of what it is. It would be an embarrassment. It would be an absolute embarrassment. Uncle Sam can't be a pimp. Well, in there, if it worked to get somebody and the greater good was that, people, I think, who are powerful would think, oh, it's okay. So it wasn't really, when I heard people like they were upset. Look, the memo itself was bizarre. It wasn't even a real, nobody signed it. There wasn't, and it kind of alluded, nobody here on the list is, criminal, but there's a list.
If you look at this memo, it's very unusual. It includes no signatories on it. It has the Justice Department seal and the FBI seal at the top, and it's just 1.5 pages. And the summation of it is that they have reviewed all of their investigative holdings related to the federal investigations of Jeffrey Epstein, and they covered over a significant amount of material. And what they determined is largely concluding what investigators had determined years ago, that there is no incriminating quote-unquote client list.
Okay, so there's none of that. So you mean to tell me that Heidi Fleiss kept the list and wrote several books about it, but the guy who's supposedly beyond meticulous kept no list? Is that what you mean to tell me? No. I think we all could recognize there's a lot more going on here. Am I right, Ken? I mean, come on.
Now, come on, brother Chad.
And I'm not into this stuff. I find most conspiracies kind of hilarious and ridiculous and people reach, but I was bored at night, but not last night.
You mean you're not just going to take official word?
No. No. And I find it odd, too, that the day that BB shows up, this rolls out the night before, given to Axios, by the way, super kind of left-leaning publication. I mean, there is down the middle as you're going to get in most establishment publications, but they're to the left.
Yeah.
And come on. Okay, let's just say nobody on there you can actually say did anything wrong. You still have a list.
I don't know for sure, but don't the crime families have ledgers?
Of course, that's what. Why do you think that Capone went to jail? Not for all the stuff he did that was awful and violent, because he kept a list of all of the people that owed him money, all the things they did to avoid taxes. They kept down to the dollar. And this guy didn't? Again, Heidi Fleiss. Heidi Fleiss, the Madam of Hollywood.
Madam.
She had a list. She had a little black book. This guy didn't. But you have thousands upon thousands of hours of child porn, but not really, but kind of, but sort of. Well, if you have that, people must be doing things, so wouldn't that be incriminating to them? But you weren't going to get what you wanted out of this because the government, our government, I think, in my mind, this is my opinion, here's my hot take, it is Hot Take Tuesday.
You got that right.
We were as involved as anybody else. We turned a blind eye because it would benefit us in the long run because, hey, if we can get some sort of something over somebody's head, we can get them to do something for us. And I think there's no doubt that Mossad was involved. No doubt about that. I mean, go look at how, when he died, Giselle's father, when he died, they buried him on Mount Olive. He got the full shebang when it comes to the burial. You had several of their, what's the name? Barack not Obama, but the other guy he was there with him, their former prime minister. I mean, it was
Clinton?
No, not Clinton. He could have been. Oh man, stop that. I like him young, but not that young. So it's just, but don't blow. And they looked, you know what? They look like such idiots. And I feel bad, like I said, for Dan. I met Dan a couple times, being in this business for a long time. I've been blessed to meet a lot of people, and he seemed like a good dude. But when I saw him last, he looked like a deer in the headlights. You were told this is what you've got to do. So there you go. Deal with it. And now you look like fools. And it's not your fault. Welcome to the world of politics in a way. Welcome to the world of power. This passes politics. This is straight up power. So there you go. There you go. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Man, we got so much stuff to get to. You know, I mean, so I saw somebody, I think it was Charlie Kirker said, would you be fine to print the list if even Republicans went to jail? Yes. If we care about that.
Yeah, this goes beyond politics.
Yeah, there's a reason, because everybody in some way, shape, or form was on the list. And you may not have known something, you may not have did something, but you knew stuff was going on, right? The Capitol is high school. The whispers are way louder than you realize. And much like the likes of Weinstein, everybody kind of knew what was going on. To the extent, maybe not, but you knew something was there. How did this guy have $1 billion? I'm still trying to figure that out. How do you get a sweetheart deal? All of these things, let's be real. The embarrassment would have been to us and to the Mossad and potentially to MI5 or somebody like that, where we all had, we had skin in the game, and we knew. And could you even imagine if we knew, and that came out, that America knew that we essentially were allowing young teenage girls to get pimped out to dirty old men so we could get pictures, and we did nothing about it? Oh, good God. That's embarrassing. That'd be so embarrassing. So what do? You kill it. Kill it!